like getting married. So he's like, oh, the kids, like his like stepkids, like want to see it, all this stuff. I was like, dude, and it belongs to the CarShield. Like, you know it's about to go up. He's like, I'll ship it to you. I was like, do you know how much it is to ship stuff?
Oh yeah.
Like it'll cost you $300.
Yeah,
It's ship down here. One big ass.
But I mean, if he wants to foot the bill, then
if he wants to foot the bill, but
well,
no, I really wish I could.
At that point, you have to talk to Papa Nick.
Yeah. Yeah. No, he is popping them for sure.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, I just want to make sure the camera's just not right in my face. Yeah, I think that looks good. That should be good.
I think it looks good.
Yes,
Perfect. I think so. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, man. Welcome back to Chirps and Bearings. I'm your goalie in the crease, Alex Kaiser. With me, as always, I have Mr. Ian Mueller. What's up, man?
doing well. Glad to be back in the seat.
Glad to be back, man.
Yeah.
It's been a busy summer.
Yeah.
The tournaments
Sure.
just slowed down. So speaking of tournaments, with us today is a guy that actually, I would say you had some pretty good success this summer.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
So I'm excited to get into it, man. With us today on Chirps and Bearings, Mr. Jared Westcott. Dude.
Yeah.
Welcome to the show, man.
Yeah, I'm super excited to be here. I don't think I've ever sat down and talked roller hockey really with or anything like that. So yeah, I'm super
Yeah, man.
And
That's
be first.
Yeah, absolutely, right? So
100%,
St. Louis guy, St. Louis, right?
Yeah,
St.
absolutely.
Louis.
Yeah, I grew up in this ring.
Yeah.
1,000%.
I will say this is another guy that I had the pleasure of playing against to win this fall classic champion. This man did something to me in the first game we played against him that like I've like
I
never
remember
seen
that
before. And I was like, he was literally, you were behind the net
Yeah.
and you like grabbed the puck, and I don't even know how to explain it, but like you were able to like going full speed at me. The puck was on the other side of the pole. You were able to come past, grab that puck, and then tuck it in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've always kind of tried to use my length, so kind of deceiving. Like, yeah, I'm gonna drive behind the net, and then just a quick one right at your feet. And yeah, I'm a big like bounces player. Like, I love to hope for bounces. So anything I could throw at a goalie's feet, yeah, it's a bouncy puck. So
Yeah.
I've always played it.
Yeah. You got that one on me. I was like, oh man, this is gonna be a fun tournament, because that was the first game we played.
I think
Yeah,
it was the first goal of the tournament.
And it was like,
close.
all right, man, this is gonna be interesting.
Because like you said, your body was almost on the other side of the net.
Yeah.
The way you stretched her out and just did the wrap on the short side. It was
Yeah.
gross.
Yeah.
That's for sure a fun one.
Yeah, I always, if I'm going full speed, I definitely do my best to get the puck to the net. You know, no need to waste all that effort.
Dude, I mean, that's smart. Like, I think more people like need that mentality.
Yeah.
Like just get the puck on net.
Yeah, I've noticed it a lot, like moving over to coaching. Like I saw, I was able to hang out with a bunch of kids at like the Prospects Academy when I came back from playing ice last year, and we got to know a bunch of them, got to watch a bunch of them at TORHS. And I just noticed like they just don't go up and go. Like they just don't get up and go. Like the four is there, they make a sick move, and then they want to make a second sick move because another defense coming on. Like, just get up and go, use some speed, I think that's lacking in some of the kids' game this day. But yeah, just getting up to speed, getting full speed, and taking it right to the net.
Yeah, absolutely. And keep it simple, right?
Yeah.
Well, like you said, they'll make the move and they'll have a window to either move the puck or take off, and they won't, and then they'll lose it on that second guy, which is natural because I mean, in all high level hockey, you can burn one guy, but burning two guys is next to impossible.
Yeah.
Because the first guy's gonna be back checking. So, but then they don't move, and then they're like, well, nobody's open. It's like, well, you didn't move it fast enough. If you just would move that puck, it'll come back to you.
Yeah. Yeah, that's something I've definitely noticed with my ice hockey team right now. Like our U16 AAA team, like I handled a bunch of guys like in our skill sessions like all summer. It's just like you gotta like you make the extra move, you just gotta keep going north with it. Like you can't slow down just because you made a cool move. Like you can't take a second and be like, that was sick. Like you gotta keep going. You gotta keep going. It's almost like they wait for their praise. Like they wait for the stick taps and like, and then they get going. It's like, no, you just gotta keep going. Yeah, you gotta make your move. You gotta know it's sick in the back of your mind, and you just gotta keep along.
Yeah, wait for the whistle to get
Exactly.
praise.
Exactly.
Right. And this coming from a guy that you guys won TORHS this year.
Yep.
TORHS Pro, CarShield New York.
Yep.
And also State Wars.
Yeah, first time winning State Wars Pro. So yeah, so we kind of decided as a team to not do Narch this year as a full squad in order to kind of save our save our energy and everything for State Wars. You know, I think the last couple of years that at least I've been on the squad, it was kind of disappointing exits. So we really wanted to nail down, you know, the big one of the summer, and that is State Wars. So
yeah, oh, yeah, hands down, man. Yeah, and that makes sense that you guys would do that because, dude, you don't realize like the roller season until once you're in it, like they're right next to each other. Bam tournaments. I think I played in 4 this year. Yeah, and it was like by the end of it, by the time State Wars got done, I was like, I don't even want to think about roller hockey right now.
Yeah, I think just like I don't think people give maybe like the men's platinum, the pro division, the AAA, you know, U24 U division enough credit. Like there's a lot of physicality. Like it goes hard. Like you take like hard hits. Like, you know, when you're going the net hard, you're going to take hard falls, and like it wears on you. And like when you're playing 6 games in 3 days, and then you're flying back from California, which, you know, you're getting a little jet lagged, and then 2 days later you're hopping in a car and expect to go to Fort Wayne or, you know, Taylor or something like that. Like it's just a little difficult. So I think, yeah, as we saw, like we were making it to, you know, the finals of Narch every year, and, you know, just getting beat up, like guys not being able to finish the tournament or anything like that. And then they wouldn't be able to play at State Wars. So I think we all just decided to focus on, you know, being able to add Wish Cup. It was, you know, super awesome for me being able to drive, being a lot closer. So being able to add Wish Cup to the mix, you know, having TORHS here was amazing. You know, I didn't mind the Maryville rink at all. I know some people, you know, I do, you know, on other podcasts, they talked about maybe the promotion of players, which I think, you know, TORHS definitely could have done a better job of, but, you know, playing at Maryville, having, you know, have my family being able to come out and watch, having a lot of the kids, you know, that I met at CarShield being able to watch that championship game, you know, it was incredible.
Yeah. What I liked about TORHS is, and I like this, but no, it was TORHS. It's everybody's on the same weekend.
Yep.
So like, you know, because I play men's A, well, at Wish Cup, that's weekend before.
Yep.
State Wars weekend before. Yep. TORHS was really cool because we got done, and then it was like, oh, hey, we've got a 6-hour gap until our next game. Oh, hey, there's 5 pro games going on. Yeah. Let's watch them. Yeah. And that was really cool. Yeah. Because, dude, I want to watch the pro guys play.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Yeah. I mean, you hear about like a bunch of guys, you know, in Missouri, like up there for the pro tournament. They're coming back home for a few days, going back up for men's. You know, like it would, in some sense, like a lot of our guys at least were playing men's, you know, platinum or AAA in TORHS while the tournament was going on. I think that did maybe affect them.
Sure.
Being a little tired and such. Sure. Or no, I'm tripping. That was Wish Cup because it was the Connecticut Coasters. It was Ern, Belargian, Okada. Yeah, I'm tripping. That was Wish Cup.
Belargian, is that how you pronounce that?
That's how I do it.
The guy at Narch, Baller John.
That ain't.
And then I heard somebody the way you said it, and I was like, so which one is it, man?
Yeah, Robbie.
Okay, all right, okay.
So, I mean, he could have different one up. Yeah, that's how I said it. And yeah. But yeah, so I think that affected them. Now I think about it, yeah, no. None of them really played men's for TORHS. Yeah, no, I mean, I'd love to have many people watching.
It being out of Maryville was that it felt like all the action was at Queenie. So like getting out, you know, all the men's was at Queenie, and I don't have a problem with that. It should be, you know, but like I never got to go see no pro games because we were playing while you guys were playing. So, and I would have loved for it to been on the ice rink side. I just felt like the couple quarterfinal games that they put there were amazing.
We loved it.
Yeah.
Those games, the ice rink Queenie.
I think guys, like when they heard about it, were maybe just, you know, we want to be closer, you know, closer to our hotel. We want to be at the rink, but you know, like where everything's at, where it's supposed to be at. But once we got over that for that quarterfinal game, like after that game, we're like, can we just move the semifinals to final here?
Right.
Like it. But truly, like that floor, it was like on the Queenie Ice side, it was a lot cleaner. It was a lot sager of a rink. Like you could fly a little bit out there, and you know what they've done to that rink in the last couple of years. Like I haven't seen it since I played high school ice hockey, where the locker rooms were smaller than this room.
Oh,
truly, and they're just 4 lined up next to each other, where all the freshmen are getting dressed in the hallway next to each other.
Yeah.
You know, so now they did an amazing job. So like, just to be able to see that, like they should probably add, you know, a little more there if they can during the summers.
You know, it's like kind of cool in there actually. All things considering, you know.
I was gonna say that,
you know,
was like puck move so well.
And it was what was interesting too. So like Wish Cup, Maryville reminded me of Wish Cup as far as like the heat and the humidity
There's no
goes.
resistance.
Yeah.
Like it was
It was a hot.
Oh,
hot
this stuff was
tournament.
really bad too.
Yeah. Yeah. it was.
Yeah, I heard that the reason that they didn't do the pro at the Queenie Eye side was because it was so dark. Like the lighting wasn't good for the live stream.
Yeah, I heard live stream issue, something like
Right.
that. But you know, there's talks about TORHS next year being at the new CarShield rink. So hopefully, hopefully we just move it over there to our home.
Yeah.
And we won't.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, all right. So we kind of got a little ahead of ourselves here.
Yeah.
Right. So name of the show, Chirps and Bangs. So I got to ask, man, all the hockey you played,
Yeah.
favorite chirp that you've either used or heard in a game?
I really wish I could remember more that I've heard. I don't know. Just being in ice hockey, like those couple of years, like pro, moving around a couple of teams, like you'll learn that like guys like get to play with each other like so much because of like trades and everything. So like they have inside dirt on guys. So like, I wish I had like knew someone a little more personally that like I heard a chirp towards that like I could tell, but like I don't know. For myself, I typically just try to be as mean as I can, but I don't let it like I heard you guys talking with Stem, like how he always tells them like, oh, you're the worst player. Like I don't tell them like they're the worst player because I don't like chirp on the hockey side. Like I just want to go for you like personally. Like I'll just call you like a piece of shit. Like you're an absolute loser. Like I know no one around here likes you. But just something like that. Like I want them to get back to them to get back to the bench and like I know they have friends on the team, just be like, dude, do you guys like me? Like, are you guys sure that like I heard some stuff out there? Yeah. Like, are you guys sure that you guys like actually thought about piece of shit? Like, am I okay? Yeah. So I mean, like I'll give it to anyone like it doesn't have to be like a certain player or anything. Like I like to go with people's throw. Like State Wars, I had a nice like wraparound goal, but like if you watch like in it, the guy kind of like jabs into like my hip a little bit, which kind of twists me into the wraparound, so it kind of helped. But like I immediately, it's not in the clip on like Instagram or anything, but I instantly slashed him. I was just like, you're a sack of shit. Like I don't care about my goal. Like I care about, I pride myself on playing extremely hard, but inside the rules. Like, I may be outside the rules when it comes to board battles and,
Sure.
Bumping guys and battling and putting them into the glass a little bit. But like when it comes to slashing, hooking and all that, like I truly try to stay, a hard fought game that's not dirty in that sense. I'd rather make a puck player like just go for the puck rather than your stick or your hands or something like that. So,
yeah. I think that's, play the game hard. Yeah, right. That's the way the game is made to be played, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Play it hard, like you said, play within the rules. Yeah,
Yeah, and like there's a time and place for roller hockey when you can go outside of the rules. Like when you're in the corners, like and you have someone come down with speed that doesn't have a shot angle, they're trying to get the net, about to rim it. Like throw them into the glass a little bit, make it bounce off a little bit. But like I hate the slashing of the hands, and it's such a big thing in roller hockey. But like I don't know if you're skilled enough and you're good enough, like just make the defensive play, get the puck, stick on puck. You don't have to be slashing all day and night, to get the puck back.
Well, plus, like those slashes in the hands sometimes are so fast that the ref isn't going to catch it, even though
it's mainly not called in roll out.
Right.
Yeah. My whole thing is like, and I won't fight it. Like if I get slashed in the hand, I won't cry about it. My only thing is if I cause a turnover or a scoring chance loss.
Right.
If I turn the puck over
that's
at
the
all,
criteria for calling the penalty.
Yes,
so it's
exactly.
called, and probably more than that.
if it's nothing like that, you won't hear from me. But like if I get slashed on the hand and it goes right to that defenseman and they're the other way, I'm gonna yell at you. I am.
I literally had that last week. Went around a guy and he whacked me 4 times in the thumb, and I didn't lose the puck, but I didn't get a shot off. And I went up to him after the game. He was all trying to be buddy. I'm like, bro, watch your stick. I'm like, just because I went around you doesn't mean you just got to start tomahawking. And he was like, what? And I'm like, don't act like you didn't know what you're doing. Like, you got me 3 times in the same spot. Like,
I think someone that like tries to play with like a really high speed and pace, like, through that middle of the ice, like when I'm trying to get around the defenseman and get to the net, like that's like when I most see it. And like typically I can fight them off to like get to the net, get a shot. But like if I truly feel like they affected me, I'll start pitching for sure.
Yeah. And
But-
roller hockey, is known as a no checking game.
Yeah.
But when you get into these tournaments,
Oh.
you see it in the pro level, you see it in men's A too,
Yeah.
it is like
It's you can't have that mentality. Like you just can't have that mentality. Like you have to go into it thinking it's hockey, but like there's regulated rules on hitting. Like you can't go into it thinking there's no hitting.
right. Yeah,
Because the first time you get bumped and you fall, you're going to be standing around like, oh, we can't do this in this game. Where's the call? And it's like,
yeah. Well,
it's just not
that
like
pulls
that.
you out of the game,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Because because I'll get on my guys. Man.
Yeah.
Like if you go down like that, don't come up doing this. Get back doing the play.
Yeah. It's just, you really can't think about that like roller hockey. Like, yeah.
Well, especially as it moves up in levels, like
Yeah.
them pro games are full contact.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And honestly, you'll see, like you said, somebody gets put into the board. I'd watch the guy baseball him right in the kidney, and I was just like, Jesus. And Ref was like,
Retaliation, it's all good.
yeah.
There was one guy. I forget which pro tournament it was, but you were playing, and the camera went over you, and you literally had like this red mark on your face.
Yeah.
Like you had gotten got. Like I was like, geez.
Yeah, I don't know if that was Wish Cup.
I think it
this
was
year.
Wish Cup.
That wasn't, that was me falling on my own.
Oh, was it? Okay.
I posted on my Instagram. I just saw it back the other day.
We'll edit this out. Yeah, man. You took a really hard.
Yeah, no. I'll admit it. It got posted around. It's fine. Yeah, no. First game of the tournament. I think when you put a tournament in Nashville and put the first pro game at 9:30 in the morning, there's going to be issues. So I completely scorpion in the middle of the ice. Like I went to follow someone up the floor. I hit his skate on my skate. My skate decided to not move, and my face went straight down the floor. So sometimes I do it on myself, but I definitely get scratched up every single tournament. I think that's just I'm not afraid to take it to the net, go into the
Well,
corner.
when you're going hard, I mean,
100%.
that goal you scored in TORHS. I think that was the first goal of the game of the championship.
Yeah.
You just came
Yeah.
barreling in.
Yeah.
All over you.
I think that's something I've always worked on is like kind of using it, like being able to like when you're running out of space going forward, you don't want to just turn and like almost like turn your whole body backwards. I'd rather turn backwards and then create that like body space to kind of take it to the net. So instead of like kind of just like facing backwards like this, I'd rather like turn around, face him, and then I can take it and curl and use my body at the net. So it was kind of a situation like that. I think it's something I don't, mean to be cocky. I feel like that's something I kind of had in my bag for a while. Like always trying to get the most of taking it across the crease. I think in roller hockey, it's hard for boys, of course, you can't slide. So, me being a taller, longer guy, I think that's always, something I've looked to do is to get it across the net as soon as I can.
Hey, if it works, it works.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Play the game.
Yeah.
That's part of the game.
Yeah.
That's part of the roller game is, goalies, we don't get to slide as much.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So use it. So speaking about roller hockey, man. So obviously big ice guy, right?
Yeah.
Big pro ice.
Yeah.
Where'd you play last?
Knoxville Ice Bears. SPHL, had a wonderful time there last year. Started the year off in Rapid City Rush in the ECHL. Got cut from there after the first couple of games of the season. Came back here, was training skating, and I really didn't know what I was going to do quite yet. And then I had a great buddy down in Knoxville. One of my best friends from college, told me to come down. Also, I don't know if you guys know Kyle Soper. He's on Border Cats. Yeah. So he also played there. He, played ice there. And then his older brother was also the captain there. So like I already knew a couple names there, couple great relationships. So I was able to go there, finish out the year, had a wonderful time.
Yeah.
Probably made my least amount making hockey in 5-6 years. I had the most fun doing it. So, that's how I look at it and had a wonderful time. But, I think through a couple head injuries through ice hockey, I knew it was kind of time to settle down, start coaching. And there's no better time with CarShield.
Absolutely. We were talking about that, before the show, the new CarShield ring over there. So all the places you played, man, like where, if you had to pick, like, I'm sure it's hard. Yeah. Like if you had to pick, like, man, I'd go back there in a heartbeat if I could, regardless of the hockey. But
regardless of the hockey,
just of like the area, the atmosphere, the culture.
That's easy. Allen, Texas.
Okay,
it's right outside Dallas.
Yep.
It's absolutely incredible. We had incredible apartments. The rink was like almost pretty much inside of a shopping mall. Top Golf right next to it. You have Dallas. You have Dallas Sports. You have Fort Worth. It's the weather there. I'd say Allen, Texas. Allen Americans. If you get down there, spend some time down there. If you're a nice player, that's incredible spot for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
In terms of playing though, was juniors Sioux Falls Stampede.
I was,
Okay.
I was gonna say, I think you played with my cousin at Sioux Falls, Brent Johnson.
Yeah.
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 So
Yeah, he came in a little bit. Yeah, we talked about this, I think, for a minute before. Yeah, he came in a little bit my second year. Yeah, played a couple games. Yeah.
Yep. So yeah, you guys had that, and then he actually played wheeling last year.
Yep. Yeah, he did.
So and I
Yeah.
seen you were.
He got re-signed this year.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah. He's Everblades.
Oh yeah. So yeah,
Yeah.
that'll be their ECHL. Yeah.
Right.
But I think he got an AHL deal.
Yes.
Yeah. So you got another AHL deal. Yeah. Right for Brent. Yeah. He was always a really good defenseman. Yeah. Really good steady defenseman. Even at when he came to play a couple games with us at like 16.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now, how was that? Because I mean, growing up playing hockey, right? Every little kid's career, every little kid's dream, is to play pro.
Yep.
Right. So you get that opportunity, and then you kind of get to this spot where it's like, all right, man, it looks like it's kind of coming to the end. Now, was that something that you kind of saw coming, or was it something that you battled with of like, maybe I can keep going, maybe I don't,
A little bit. I definitely did battle with it a little bit last year. I mean, you kind of get the realization, like when you're cutting, you don't really have so many places, to go that like, this could be it. But I just think, once you get into professional hockey, they truly say it is a business. And like, it is like, it doesn't really matter if you get along with the coach or, the GM or like whatever's going on, like they don't necessarily have to care all the way, if that makes sense. Like if you're at college, like they're at least invested in you for a full year. Whether they want to send you to the portal after nowadays, which I'm not a fan of. People should definitely stay at the same school for longer, but like they at least have that commitment for 365 days. So, like we're gonna take care of you, even if like we don't see eye to eye. Like you're still gonna come, you're still gonna work out, you're still gonna skate. But like once you get into pro, it's like they can easily just bury you and, bury you in at the 13th floor to where you're sitting in a suit every night. And then, or, next day you're traded. For me, I had a fiance or I guess girlfriend at the time, dogs with me, 2 dogs. So like every time, so I was traded a couple times in the ECHL, every time you got to pack your shit and move, it's not easy. So like that was obviously something I, didn't want to keep doing and putting them through. And like I mentioned, there's the decision to start coaching, I think happened, way, way long ago. I think I always believed, before I went to junior, before I played college, that like I'd be a better coach than player. I tell a lot of people that I didn't really become very good at ice until I was like 19, that's when I feel like I made my biggest jump. So like up until then, like I always felt like I knew like the smart side of hockey. Like I just really couldn't execute that well until I grew, got in my body, and then figured those things out. But, I always knew I'd be a coach. And I think that kind of came in the works when I was, cut from Rapid City and came back. I was skating with, CarShield U18 to make sure I could stay in shape and everything. Had those conversations with Kyle O'Kane about, possibly coming to work for him, would be this year now. So yeah, that kind of just continued. And that was kind of something I knew and kind of accepted and, told like my best friend at Knoxville, told our captain that like, this is kind of it for me. Like, I think I'd probably say by January, February, I knew that would be, the end of it. And unfortunately, like when I was in Knoxville, we were round 2 of playoffs, game 3, a couple minutes in, wide open net. I went diving across, blocked a shot right on the top side of my head, another concussion. So like, it sucks that I couldn't necessarily finish it out, because we ended up losing that series. But yeah, I have zero regrets. I had an amazing time about ice hockey. I think any kid that can get out there and, just play ice hockey, roller hockey, no matter what it is, just go enjoy the sport, just see how far it can take you for sure.
Absolutely.
Because that's all I really was, growing up. I had no idea what junior hockey was until I'd probably say I was 16. Like I knew like the Bandits, like I knew like the NA3 Blues, but I didn't know like the extent of like junior hockey, like who they were taking, like the the schematics of like how that starts to like prepare you for college and stuff like that. I had zero clue. I just thought hockey was hockey. I truly had no idea.
Yeah.
So like it all came fast for me, but I think that was kind of a blessing in disguise. Like I did really get worked up into, the big, life of that was AAA hockey, junior hockey and all that. I kind of just, when the time came, I got, was able to go and work my bag off and, was able to stick. So yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of coaching, like Lisick does learn to play with me on Tuesday. So every once in a while we laugh about when you played Mohawk and whatnot. He was like, that was my favorite year of coaching. all I had to do was put Jared out.
Yeah.
He was like, people would complain about game time or not getting the puck, and he's like, well, you can't do what Jared's doing. And he's like,
Yeah.
and he's like, it didn't matter what the score was. As soon as Jared decided to turn it on, it was just lights out.
Yeah. My senior year, I had a pretty good year in Moya, points wise. But yeah, I think that was the first time where I kind of felt that sense of like almost coaching playing.
Yeah.
Like he legit told me, he's like, I will be the coach, like on the bench, I will coach them, like when they come off, like explain to them, but like on the floor, you have full reign to like not yell, but like, use my voice to coach them through like,
Absolutely.
what some guys should do. And I absolutely, I use it to my full advantage, had over 100 points that season.
Which is crazy in 14 games.
Yeah.
14 games,
105. Do you want to know what's crazier? I wasn't number one in the league that year.
What? Who was?
Samir Abuhana Bubby. He was on my selects team that year. He got 17 games in.
So Bubby
got 17 games in though.
How did he get 17?
I've missed a couple. Yeah.
Okay, so you had like 11 and he had 14.
So
yeah.
So if you would have had 17 games, you would have probably
your patch per game was higher. Yeah.
I think I was average. Whatever that average. I think I was averaging like 8 points a game, 7, 8 points a game. Yeah.
That's ridiculous, man.
Yeah. I mean, we didn't have a great.
That's cool.
We didn't have like a fantastic team, so it's like we give up goals. So we'd have to win.
You'd be winning
13 to 10.
I was going to say 12-9.
Yeah.
So
just a full-on roller game.
Yeah, 100%. That season, I actually had Blake Dangos as a freshman, tiny little 5 foot.
Oh man, okay.
Yeah, so he was on my.
Shout out Blake Dangos out there playing pro roller right now.
Pro roller, pro ice.
St. Louis guy.
Yeah, I love Blake. I've known him for a super long time, and I still remember those days. He was so tiny, just smacking his stick anytime he wanted the puck, but. I knew even then he was going to be an incredible player. So
So ice seemed like ice was kind of the focus growing up. Now, was there roller mixed in there too?
100%. Yeah. So I wouldn't even.
It wasn't just like hockey was.
Yes, hockey was it. So I played. Yes, I played. Yeah, so I played 1 year baseball when I was 10. Other than that, so I played growing up. I played Afton ice hockey. So I think it was until I was 9 I played house week. So like.
Okay.
Truly just St. Louis hockey, like, wouldn't travel, nothing like that. Then I finally made up to AA Central States teams. But I played my first ever roller hockey game at 6 with Stemler. I played on the City Heat. We had 4 players. Yeah, we won that game. I still remember it vividly. But since then, it was always roller hockey too. But I also played floor hockey.
Okay.
At the Afton, so it was like Afton Middle School.
Okay.
So it was like the puck. It was a puck with like BBs in it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
the Lacey puck.
Yeah. That was every Wednesday night, Saturday morning. Then I would come straight here almost and play all day here Saturday. And the nights would be all during the week. So like I have a older brother, 3 years older than me. So like his floor hockey team would practice right after mine. So I would practice with my team playing out. I immediately dress in goalie, for their practice and then practice with them. But,
younger brother's got to play goalie. Huh?
Yeah. But, and then, Saturdays I would be up here at the rink, at least during the summers for 8 hours playing as many games as I could. Like it was nonstop. I never wanted to stop playing hockey, whether it was ice, roller. Like as soon as ice season started, like all I wanted to do was play roller hockey. Whether it's, luckily I had a good neighborhood of friends. My older brother had a good group of friends that, played a ton of street hockey. We grew up down in Imperial. We would go out to we grew up in the Windsor School District. So we would go out to like their tennis courts, set up a couple nets. Like we truly played hockey 24/7. Like we did our best to play hockey 24/7. We drive out to the, Webster outdoor rink, right. Like our neighborhood's pretty hilly, but like right above our house, it was a nice flat part. Our neighbors hated it because like their house is right behind it, but we set the net up right there. We had a couple broken windows, but I was very lucky to have a great support system of, brother, his friend, my friends, parents that wanted me to play. Like it was truly nonstop hockey for me, and that's all I ever wanted to do. I started roller skating before ice skating. I was on the Blaze at home at 2, on the ice, not wearing to play, just free skates at 3. weren't to play at 4. So like it was, you know, it wasn't going to be anything else for me.
Yeah.
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 Truly. It really wasn't. I wasn't a brainiac at school. Like I for sure probably would have gone to college if it wasn't for hockey. Like it was 1000% hockey or nothing for me.
Yeah. Man, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just nonstop.
Yeah.
And still doing it.
Yeah. No, I still remember, like, I think the first time I traveled for roller hockey was down to Fort Myers for Narch. Yeah. Before it even went to Tampa. Or yeah, when Narch was down in Fort Myers, had a good group of friends. Yeah, Stephen Gould, Jeremiah Keogh, Nick Thorpe. You know, I was playing for the blast team for Rob and Don. You know, a couple of my ice buddies too. Tristan Colton was always out here. We had just a great group, 98s, 99s, 2000s that, you know, just really like to play roller hockey and pretty much just filled up our summers. So yeah.
That's cool, man.
Nonstop.
So now so obviously no pro ice, right? But
Yep.
Pro roller.
Yeah.
So how did you get mixed in with the CarShield New York guys?
Yeah. So yeah, funny story. So like obviously CarShield wasn't always the New York guys. You know, they originally were JP, Kyle Kramer, PJ Tallow, Cavalla was still on the team then. You know, Sigmund, Redmond. But you know, they were CarShield like based off of St. Louis guys.
Yeah.
And I was luckily on the team in 2019 when we won TORHS.
Okay.
You know, being the St. Louis CarShield team. And then, you know, when I went off to juniors in college, you know, COVID kind of hit. I didn't necessarily want to play all of the divisions. And I think like with the transition to CarShield with that New York team, like they weren't going to have like a young group to like step into that next, you know, to step in and like really be a competitive team. So, I mean, I don't know exactly how it went down, like how I probably should ask because, you know, I'm on the team now, but like, should probably ask exactly how it went down, like what kind of call was made to get those guys. Cause I know they were Ringster. So we won in 2019 as CarShield, you know, Missouri. They won as Ringster the next year, Tampa 2020. And then after that summer was when they became CarShield. So I don't know exactly like the conversation that went down. I know it had to happen between, you know, Troy Redmond, Corey Hodge, Aaron Schwartz, you know, some of the guys that have been on that other team and, you know, our leaders for a couple of years. And I think it probably just more than likely made sense for them. But, you know, for me I don't know if CarShield sent a team to that 2020 TORHS. And I think that's maybe when it kind of changed for me.
Gotcha.
You know, like them just fielding a whole new team. I mean, you know, the coach being George Brown, you know, it didn't have anything to do with CarShield St. Louis, you know, and that's the people that I knew, you know, and that's the people I played ice for. It's people I played roller for. It was JP, Kyle Kane, the guys that were at that, you know, were our coaches on the team, stuff like that. And then you're moving over to a whole different group of guys, different coach. So like, they make those decisions. So, you know, after a couple of years of bouncing around, I was on Mars Blade for a couple of years. You know, I think I had a wonderful time there. I made a couple, you know, really great relationships with players there. You know, Tyler Spiza, who I'm still playing with, you know, he's been awesome to me over the past 5 years. You know, I've learned a lot from him. Yeah, so I was able to play with Mars Blade for a couple of years. And then, you know, as they disbanded, there was the summer after they disbanded, it was CarShield just wanted me to come out just for Narch. So because I played with Troy Redmond back in 2019.
Yeah.
So yeah, he was my connection. I think he kind of watched my ice progression, knew that, you know, I was becoming a better player. Yeah. I was a little more reliable on the roller side about, you know, what I could bring in the style of play that, you know, our team has. And yeah, he just asked me to come out. I think that summer I played TORHS with the Wings, Narch with CarShield, and then State Wars with Snipers.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was like pretty much my in-between year of Mars Blade and what ended up being full-time CarShield. I was kind of just bouncing around, just hoping to find, you know, a new spot. And then, you know, once you get with you know, we lost that original Narch that I played with the CarShield guys. But I think just seeing their compete level, the next week they went on to win State Wars. So, you know, being able, I didn't play with Snipers that one. I'd have to look back at who I play with TORHS. Too many concussions. I'd have to look and see who I played with TORHS that year because I know I played Narch. I played Narch with CarShield, and then the next week I played with Mars Blade, and they smoked us.
Gotcha.
You know, CarShield smoked us. And then the next summer, the next summer was the summer I did wings, Narch with CarShield, and then State Wars with snipers. So yeah, I did two Narches with CarShield, not full time, and then was able to join it full time. So lost the first one, won the second one, and then the following year was when I joined them full time, which would be last year.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, sorry, that was
No, that's okay. It's
yeah,
okay.
no, it trust me,
all over the place.
a lot of ice hockey teams, a lot of roller hockey
Yeah.
teams, met a lot of people on the way. The 2020 to 2022 years, like jumble up together. For sure. So
Well, it seems like you found a pretty solid home.
1000%.
With CarShield. I mean, you guys are a pretty sick team.
I can't give enough credit to, our goaltending, our defensemen, but, just, the pure, heart and love that we have for each other.
Yeah.
We have the best time at these tournaments. We look forward to it so much. Our group chat's constantly going year round.
I was just getting ready to ask, so like, what does that look like, So, because obviously you're here, the guys are all kind of spread out.
Yes.
So it's not like you guys have like a men's league team where you guys play, but, what is that like at the beginning of the year? Hey, you guys all in for these tournaments, or is that essentially?
Yeah, we started chatting about it. I'd say probably around the new year is when we started getting together, like who plans, who can start planning for these tournaments. Yeah, but like just throw back, like our guys are like so spread out and everything, but like they still do. Like up east, we have the Connecticut guys, the New York guys. They'll always end up crossing paths at P-Hop playing tournaments, or like the Michigan guys will end up crossing paths with them. For coaching, for my sense, I'm excited to go up to like Detroit. I'll be able to reach out to some of those guys, have dinner with them, see them extra time a year, extra once or twice a year. So yeah, I mean, I'm just super excited to maybe see them a little more outside, just the summers. But yeah, I think we truly are like one big happy family. You'll see, guys hanging out all the time on weekends, getting together, traveling. They're a little closer up east to each other, so they do a lot more hanging out. So yeah, no, our group's incredible. We're just one big happy family.
So you heard it here, whether you're playing, men's A, 35s, pro, it's about the boys.
Yeah.
It's about being with the boys.
100%.
Right? Like,
yeah.
I mean, that's like,
when you guys are all gamers, like, so you guys are 100% bought in, just ready to rock and roll.
When it comes sense to like our team and our play, we just want to be relentless. I think that's our style. That's always been our style. I think, we want to bring, we are a bunch of ice hockey players, on the forward end. And, that's something that we want to bring, like our touch and our scoring and our like physicality and mentality. But like, we also understand the roller hockey game and like how we have to play a certain style. I think we just all get that extremely well. Up and down our lineup. All three of our, pairings on forward and D, we match them up forwards and D for a reason. I think we try to space all of our offense out, our forward check out. We really utilize everyone's strengths for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's that. And again, it's fun to watch you guys. Like, it's been a blast. Like this year, I've kept up with, if it's not in person, like the streaming stuff.
Yeah.
Shout out. I have to shout out Narch for the way that they stream the pros this year.
They always do an amazing job.
It was like YouTube. I was able to pull up on my 65-inch TV at home. It was like ice level. Shout out to Narch for how
their
y'all do
videos, their highlight videos.
Yeah. They're commentating.
Them and State Wars.
Maroon does a good job.
Yeah,
but
Maroon. Yeah,
the way that Narch did it, like I was just like, oh, this.
Yes, yeah. Phil hypes me up a lot.
Yeah.
But well deserved.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Well, he was also my high school ice hockey coach.
Yeah, okay.
So
that makes sense.
Yeah, Phil and I go back a couple of years, so I think I think we chat all the time. He's proud of me. We we still stay friends. We still chat whenever we see each other, and he definitely gives me the most props of any announcer. That's for sure.
We've been bugging him to come on.
Yeah,
a while.
Yeah.
So now we can be like, hey, we have way on.
Yeah, 1000%.
Come on.
Yeah.
So again, you guys won TORHS this year. You won State Wars.
Mm-hmm.
So pro, that's cash. That's a money.
Yeah.
They split that up between you guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm not sure how they did that.
Yeah, we split that. Yeah.
That's cool.
Every single guy gets the same amount.
That's cool.
If there's any extra, we do a team fund. We keep a team fund for our dinners and stuff like that. So
that's awesome.
Like if we can, we can pay for a dinner. It's nicer than coming out of everyone's pockets.
Yeah.
So, yeah. We definitely treat ourselves in that sense, but giving back to ourselves. But Yeah, no, cold hard cash at the end of a tournament feels amazing.
Dude,
It feels amazing. It truly does. Like,
Yeah.
it sure does, man.
yeah, I mean, like you truly, I don't, this might be corny, but like when you go into like those pro tournaments, like especially that championship Sunday, like you expect war.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like you expect 3 games of absolute hell. Like you expect to get the shit beat out of you and, to come out of it, like to be able to score a goal in a championship game and, have an affecting,
Primary assist on the game winner, baby.
yeah. But yeah, having, a big, just being able to like look back and just be like, yeah, I was able to contribute to us,
Yeah.
putting some money in everyone's pockets. It feels absolutely incredible. That's, at the end of the day, that's what we're there to do. I mean, we're there to see the boys, but, for our team, we're treated very well, but, we have to show up and, earn it. Like if we don't earn it, like we start losing our privileges, 100%. So,
Yeah.
we're there to do a job and the job is, to get paid at the end of the day. So, yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
The one question I had was, I guess, how'd you guys bounce back so well against Black Eyes? Because I mean, you got rolled, which was
good point.
was completely out of left field. No one saw that, and I mean, everybody said that night. And then, but then you guys were your team back in locked in action for the semifinal game.
Yeah. I think every team has lapses. That's at every tournament. I mean, our lapse, unfortunately, at Wish Cup was in the championship game. Yeah. We didn't come prepared for the championship game. We go down, I think it was 2-1, 3-1 super early.
Yeah, it's pretty early.
Hard to fight back. I think we're going to have lapses as much as we want to pride ourselves on being the best team. Like, it's a true belief in any hockey player that the best team could be beaten at any given night. So, it's difficult, to get beat that bad, 1,000%. It's like, how do you bounce back? We, especially winning the tournament before in TORHS, we expect ourselves to be at the top of the mountain.
Right.
So like it's just looking yourself in the mirror. I think having a bunch of ice hockey players, I think you have to realize that when you play a 72 game pro season, which, everyone that, played ice on our team has, you kind of just have to look yourself in the mirror and move on. You kind of just have to, what you did wrong, but there's no reason to dwell over it and what you should do right. So just think about what you could have done right and what you will do right.
Yeah.
We didn't talk about it much. I don't think,
just one of those.
It's one of those where you just
you get back to the locker room and you're going to hear from your coach. George ripped into us.
Yeah.
Haji ripped into us. We have vocal guys that will step up and,
right.
let you know when something's not going, properly. And we all just took accountability more internally and personally. You don't need to, be the rah-rah, like we got to get back to this. We got to be back. I think everyone just on our team knows
because,
that.
like you said, it was literally the only game that you guys didn't play well.
Yeah.
And it was honestly a couple bad bounces that just led to the snowball.
Yeah. And
so,
yeah, I still remember I had a bad bounce that led to one of their 3-on-2s,
yeah.
cross crease pass goal for them. It's so like, I'll hold that,
Right.
You have to, in order to be a good hockey player, like as much as you move on to it, you hold that feeling of like, oh my bad.
No, you're good.
Yeah. You just have to hold on to that feeling of I fucked up and I have to make up for it.
Yeah.
Like that's what I truly try to express to like the kids I'm coaching right now is like, it's okay to make mistakes. Every player does, but like if you don't work your bag off immediately to go fix it and try to do something on the good side, to get me, your coach back on your good graces, your line mates back on your good graces, like, that shows a lot. Like if you want to go just work your ass off, like, that's the kind of mentality you just have to have. Like, it's okay to fuck up, but like you have to be able to go out and work a little harder to fix it.
Yeah. Well, that's what, even in in men's league, man, like a guy will make a bad play. He'll give up a goal. He'll come down and say, my bad. And my response to him is, go get me one.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, that's fine. If you're going to make the mistake, look, I get it.
Mm-hmm.
But hey, what are you going to do on the other side of the mistake?
Yeah.
Are you going to step up, go make a play? Even if you don't score a goal, go make a play or block a shot for me, go do something.
That back check, baby.
Yeah.
I mean, just not giving up.
Do something.
Not giving up on the play just goes so much further than what people think.
Sorry.
But no, they think like, oh, well, I'm not going to catch that guy or whatever. Because I remember at like our Linwood practices, we'd do the 3-puck drill or even it was like a full court 1-on-1 and you'd get caught and you wouldn't back check. And the whole time they're like, if you keep going, you actually catch that guy, or maybe not catch that guy, but you're at least there for the rebound.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, it turns into the positive that you're going the other way.
It's all about effort. I
Yeah.
mean, if you just show,
100%.
if you just show the effort, like if it's going to happen. You are walking in on a 3 on, I mean, we have 4 out here, obviously. I'm in a ice hockey coaching Mike. You're walking in on a 3-on-2, the puck hops off your stick. They're going back 2-on-1. It's all right if you don't catch them.
Yeah.
But like, you have to be that hardest working person back checking. It can't be the guy that just saw you mess up the puck and now he's working harder than you to back check just because he is a hardworking player. Like, you have to have that mentality, like, to make up for your mistakes. And if you don't, like, coaches notice, coaches notice. And, I think those are the players that'll start to slip.
Yeah.
1,000%. Mentally, it's like you can't be okay with just mediocrity. You can't just be okay with, making a mistake here and there and, not making up for it.
Yeah.
It's always trying to get back to even keel. Like, if you're going to go down, you got to get back up. If you're going to go up, it's expected at some point you're going to come back down and be ready for it. So
Very true.
Well, and to add on to that, the first time we got to play together was a Monday night, and it was like a 10 o'clock game. And I was like, dude, Westy's not going to want to play. But he shows up, and this guy,
that ain't.
doesn't take shifts off.
Let's go.
Like,
I probably played the whole game.
You did. And I remember I was just sitting on the bench, like, laughing because you were just flying the whole time. And I remember the other goalie after the game came up to me and was like, what the fuck was that? And I'm like, it's Westcott.
Yeah.
And I was like, and he's a gamer and he plays hard.
Especially, I'll never do anything half-assed, especially in a competitive style. I hate to lose, at one end of me, it's just mentally, but at the other end for the rest of the night, I'm going to think about it. Maybe I'll let it go the next day. I'll maybe think of a mistake or something, but like, I don't hold on to it. But like, the rest of the night, I'm pissed off for sure.
Yeah.
Like, no matter what,
Well, it's like, say what you want about men's league, but it's like, I came out here to play.
Yeah.
So like, give me what you got.
Exactly.
I'm not here at 9 o'clock on a Thursday night.
Yeah.
Just because, yes, it gets me out of the house and I like playing, but like, I'm here to play.
Yeah, I don't
like, let's play.
I truly, like, whether it's you come out for just a buddy skate and you see me for the first time or anything, and like, I never want anyone's opinion of me to be that I don't give the effort.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm always just, I will go 100% as long as I can, all over the floor, and then when I'm ready to get off, I'm ready to get off, the floor. But until then, it might be 8 minutes straight of me going. Like, it just will be.
Yeah.
It just will be. I think I have that motor when it comes to roller hockey. I have that motor. Like, if I feel like I'm helping the team still,
Yeah.
by being out there for a period straight, I will be.
Yeah.
At the end of the day.
Right.
But like, obviously for me, like, if I start to feel tired, I feel like, oh, I'm starting to slow down 1,000%. Like, I'm very respectful of my teammates, but say we go down a goal. Yeah. Don't expect me to get off, even in
I wish
yeah.
more guys were like that. Like, hey, recognize, okay, man, I slowed down. I'm at the end of a shift. I slowed down.
Yeah.
I need to get off.
Yeah. 1,000%.
Like
1,000%. Yeah.
Now in men's league, whatever. But when you're talking about, you're playing men's A at TORHS and State
You still
Wars,
have to be respectful of your team.
I
1,000%.
didn't get into this tournament just, again, hang out with the boys, but like, hey, I want to be competitive.
Yes, 100%. And you still have to be respectful of your teammates. You still have to make sure they have, they get their playing time. But I think at a certain point when you're down 2 goals, I'm just,
Best time
I
to
have
be on the floor.
I think for me, I just feel that killer instinct to like do everything I can to get us back or, to win us that game. So until I get it tied up or until we go up 1, I'm not going to come off the floor, but like, I think I have the respect of, most people of St. Louis roller hockey. They'll kind of just let me do my thing. So.
Yeah, no.
Like, that's my guys ask you to play.
It is wild to have that conversation, but I mean, even at the Fall Classic or Christmas Cup last year, we had a situation where to Elite 16, we're down early. And at one point in the game, I was like sort of having a meltdown because like our guys kept taking shifts when we were down 4-0. And it was like, we got to the bench at halftime and it's like, all right, well, what are we doing? Are we just playing because we came out to play, or are we trying to actively win this game?
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm not trying to be rude. I don't want to take your floor time, but at the same time, if we are going to have a shot, we have to put our best talent on the floor.
Yeah. Luckily men's week, you don't really have too many coaches.
Right.
You know, they'll tell me to get off, but even if it came to it, I think.
If we put it's on
Yeah.
Wednesday.
Oh yeah. Well, they're out. They're mad at me.
Found Coach Bombay.
Another time, another story.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. So, all right. So, as far as like the roller goes, so obviously CarShield, man. I mean, household name in these tournament, man. Who would you say is your biggest rival?
It's hard not to say Palma because it feels like we see them every championship.
And that was kind of like I didn't want to make the assumption because obviously Palma is. I mean, the two big names in pro roller are Golden Knights and CarShield.
I think our true. I mean, I don't mean this being mean to them because I still like some guys on their teams, but like just on the floor when it comes down to who's going to win the game, we hate black guys.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we have some East Coast guys. They're East Coast guys. I think you saw them mercy us. I think before the summer we kind of had the better of them, but then when it comes to this summer, at Westcott.
I was going to say that Best Chip Bandits, that was essentially kind of the Roadrunners and the Black Eyes.
Yes, a lot of those guys, beat us. So yeah, I mean, we don't like we don't like black guys. Only like in terms of roller hockey, I truly think roller hockey is an unreal community, like off the floor.
100%.
I'm not trying to say anything badly about any of them because I do truly love to hang out with a lot of them, like them as people. But when it comes down to who's going to win the game,
Well, you have that mentality of like, hey, like off the ice, we're boys and we can hang out and buy a beer. But man, when we step onto that floor,
exactly,
and it's tournament, like we are enemies.
Yeah,
we are enemies.
I think I don't know because like the height of what us and Palma have played for the last few years has always just been championships. We don't see them in the regular or semis or like in the past few years. So like, it's hard because like black guys, we just play twice. I mean, we see them a lot more. I feel like we just see black ice more.
That's actually a good point because you're right. You and Palmer are only really seeing each other in the finals.
Right.
Yeah. Like they weren't at Wish, so
they
weren't at Wish. So the only two games we played against them were the two championship games.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
And it would be a bad tournament to have you guys in the same draw where like one of you guys might knock out the other team whenever.
But it's not like it's hard to, I don't know, those games you can't necessarily like at the end of getting blown out and getting mercy regular or round robin game, you can start to get chippy.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? You can start to but like in a championship game, it won't necessarily get that far from you because you're more prepared for it than we were that mercy game. But like it just like you still wouldn't start brawling it up. I feel like in a championship game, you have more people watching. Like it's just, I think at that point, like you're there to give it all for the game. You're not there to.
It's interesting.
If that makes sense.
It's like it's harder hockey in the championship game. It's almost like harder hockey, but it's cleaner hockey.
Cleaner, smarter, harder hockey.
Yes. It's not that cheap.
Yeah. Which you get away in some of those pro games. Yeah. And then get into that real quickly. And so,
well, the other thing too is that
I think it's just, sorry, to get back to it, it's hard to hate them like when our games aren't like that. Like we've had those games with black guys, we've had those scuffles with black guys. We don't, the heightened sense of the championship game doesn't put that same like aggravation towards them,
Yeah, for sure. And I was gonna say just like the fact that, that especially like if it's happening at like TORHS or something, like you're going to see either at Narch or at Palma. So like gooning it up's not necessarily helping your cause just because you're still going to be right back in it. And like you said, it's going to be for the championship. So you might as well just keep playing hard and either win properly or lose properly.
Yep. Yeah. Yep. Because there is a right way to lose.
Yeah. And like you said, there are times where it's like, screw these guys. I'm going to bury him and there's no reason not to, like, send a message, set the tone or whatever. But like,
I did that in the black ice game.
Yeah.
We called a timeout and George was, like if we have to take a penalty here to like kind of set the tone or something, and opportunity came across, guy was coming across the middle trying to set a pick on me and I just laid right into him.
Yeah.
So like there's a time and place like if you're trying to send a message to your team, I don't even know if it was the right message, I didn't ask any of them. But like, like it's not like it, my guys weren't mad at me or anything like that.
Of course not.
There's a time and place for it, but I think when you're only seeing them in the championship game, that thought's not coming really through your brain too much.
Yeah, that's a fair point. That's a fair point. Yeah. There's not enough history though, almost,
Yeah.
too, you know.
Nothing more gratifying than laying somebody out set in a pit. Oh, it's my
Oh, it felt
favorite.
great. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. But
Yeah.
no,
Sorry, not sorry. For sure.
yeah, no, I mean yeah, it was straight. I mean, got a penalty, straight open ice hit on a pick, but I thought our team needed it. They did end up scoring on it, so not necessarily, the best thing to do, but
But like you said,
it is
no
what
one
it is.
questioned it or
Yeah.
said like, why did you do that?
Yeah. So we move
Well,
on.
yeah, man. I mean, congratulations on the success this summer, man. Again,
Yeah.
it's been awesome to watch you guys, man. Like,
Yeah, thank you.
it's been fun, and looking forward to watching more next year because I'm sure you'll be out there again next year too.
Yeah, of course. I appreciate it very much. I think it's just been awesome to look back at a couple years, like, going to every single roller hockey tournament, every pro tournament, just like really, really, just like really wanting to win. Like when you get that first win when I'm young, 2019, with CarShield, you go these next, couple years with Mars Blade, you have, great rosters and you just can't quite get there. And then like once you get back, with a team that, you just a bunch of brothers and then you capture one and you capture the next, it's like, yeah, I'll never leave these guys. There's never been a doubt in my mind, since I joined them that I wouldn't want to, be with these guys long term until the end. So yeah, no, I couldn't be more excited for the future to, defend what we'll be so back to defending tours back to back to back. We won it the last 2 years.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
And then
okay.
defending State Wars champ. So yeah, no, I'm excited for, to have that, for us to be on that pedestal for guys that come at us. And I think we'll be prepared for it. And yeah, I'm super excited.
You gonna be playing any local tournaments this winter?
Just depending on the ice schedule.
That's right. 'Cause now you're coaching.
Yep.
Man, all right.
Yep. Coaching U16, U18, CarShield teams, and then along with their Prospects Academy. So I'll be there every single day, with the kids. I'm extremely excited.
Yeah. That sounds like a lot of fulfillment.
Yeah, 1000%.
in that.
Yeah, 100%. Just being able to see the kids grow more day to day, and it's not even just like becoming a coach, but like now I'm a coach for kids from 18 to 9. It's not just the 16s and 18s that I would have been doing. I get to see all these kids grow up too. Like I couldn't be more excited. Yeah, just to be there day to day. I think a lot of guys struggle with that coming out of pro hockey, like finding something to do day to day and just be able to walk in and guess what? It's more hockey for me.
Yeah.
It's just teaching it now.
Now it's just kind of on a different side of it.
Yeah.
Less wear and tear on you though.
Yeah, 1000%. 1000%, a lot less wear and tear. But I've spent more time on my skates this summer in the past couple of weeks, like coaching, than in my life. So like I feel it. I'm feeling it in my ankles, but like my shoulders are finally happy a little bit. My upper body, my hips are thanking me a little bit, but yeah, my ankles are feeling happy. For sure.
Yeah.
Hey, hockey 24/7.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
It doesn't stop,
Yeah.
and it's not going to stop anytime soon. So
Awesome, man.
Yeah.
Well, Jared, dude, thank you so much for coming on, man. We really appreciate it. It's a lot of fun.
I feel like we didn't even get into like too many like Q&As, but like
No, we'll have you back on, man.
Yeah, 1000%. Yeah, I had a blast. So
Dude, we could sit here and talk for another 2
Yeah.
hours.
yeah, I'd love to. I watch stems a little bit, and I would, I'd love to do some of my own research, to kind of deep dive into some of the teams I was on when I was younger. And
Yeah.
I think we had a really great like '99 Missouri team. So yeah,
Well, dude, I'll tell you what, man. Like I always tell these, but if you come on the show, like you're a guest for life.
Yeah.
So like, if you ever get like an idea or man, like, dude, hit up Ian.
Oh yeah,
We will.
we have to
We'll
shout out
figure
our
it out.
sponsor.
Do it.
So
There you go.
first Chirps and Bearings sponsor,
Oh yeah.
Scotty J Hockey, new twig.
Bro.
Yeah, it's just very affordable, lighter than a flylight. Schleter told me, and I was like, well, that's cool. So
Yeah, that's cool.
yeah,
Shout out. We'll have more information on that.
yeah,
And then in the next episodes to come, we're going to be doing some stuff. Yeah. So
yeah.
on
150 for it, so it's like that's a great price.
Oh, yeah, man.
Yeah.
Not bad. Yeah, a little foreshadowing, man. I might have some out of town stuff coming up soon that I might be able to get some interviews with some other guys.
Yeah,
Some different areas.
That's
so
exciting.
looking forward to that. So, but yeah, man. Again, dude, thank you so much.
Yeah,
for
of
coming
course.
on,
Thank
man.
you guys. Like I mentioned, I think this is the first time I've really been able to chat just roller on.
Yeah.
Besides with like STEM.
Yeah.
In
Yeah.
a while. I had a lot of fun.
Just sit down and chop it
Yeah,
up.
we could. Yeah, I'm thinking more just like after summer recap.
Yep,
You know, every-
100%.
Yeah.
Or
It'd be awesome.
or leading into the summer, man.
Oh,
You know,
yeah,
how you feeling? You know, what you guys
yeah,
tonight,
yeah.
man? Yeah, absolutely.
That was 100%. Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah, but again, man, thanks so much. And if you haven't, go like us on all our socials. You know, we're sitting at almost 1 million views across 2 platforms.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Instagram and
Facebook.
Facebook, just kind of on our clips alone. So
That's awesome.
we're up to over 1,500 followers on Facebook, man. I mean, so
Our Instagram's lagging, but
That's-
we tag him maybe outside.
hey, all right, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, guys, thank you so much for the support. And yeah, keep tuning in. We'll see you guys next time. Thanks. Thanks, man.
Yeah.
You
of
killed
course.
that, dude.
Yeah.
That was
appreciate it
awesome,
very
man.
much. Yeah. Appreciate it very much. I think 2 beers before that's kind of home.